Hello everybody, my name is Ord and welcome back to the Ord Narrations channel. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button, that way you won't miss the latest upload. Today we're reading a story titled I, 32 female, hate you, 32 male, and your TikTok girlfriend, 35 female. So, let's see what the post reads. It reads, you ruined everything. You ruined our kids' peace, you weren't unhappy, you just had to screw the first thing that walked by. Good for her. Glad she's better than me. Glad you ruined our marriage. I hate you for making me share time with our kids. I lose. Our kids lose. All because of you. Her religious TikToks. Let me guess. She's bringing you to be a better you. Sure. Why couldn't your kids do that? Why did you come to me? Why couldn't you be a husband that you committed to being? Why her? 8 months you've been gone, and now you have your crap semi-together that you want to now take the kids? I hate you. You continue to hurt me, and you don't care. Bruh. That's rough. OP, I'm really sorry to hear that this has happened. Let's take a look at the comments. Someone's left a comment saying, if she's lurking, Jesus doesn't send you another woman's husband. Someone replied to this saying, yes, louder for the girls in the back. Someone else left a comment saying, girl, TikTok girlfriend, this relationship is nothing. She's going to move on to someone more relevant and popular, and he's going to beg for you back. OP replied with, she's been here for 8 months. It doesn't look like she's going anywhere. Someone else replied to this saying, if it's any comfort, their relationship is not all peaches and cream. There's probably a real shit show going on that they just don't post about on social media. My ex and her affair partner kept up a charade for 2.5 years after D-Day. It crashed and burned in spectacular fashion when I later learned that they had cheated on each other quite often. Supposedly he left her for a girl from a wealthy family for the grand finale. They continue saying, if they do it with you, they'll do it to you. Point being, the karma bus will come around and nail his ass. Don't spend your life waiting at the bus stop so you can witness it. You are worth more. You deserve a happy life, and your kids deserve to see you happy. The challenge is creating that life for yourself, focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. The serenity prayer works well here. Even if not religious, it's a reminder to let go of what doesn't serve you. Someone else left a comment saying, I hope you left in the adultery as part of your divorce. If you live somewhere where you can sue his affair partner for alienation of affection, please do so. Also, ask in your custody agreement that no new partners can be introduced to your children until the parents have officially been dating for 1 year. Try to keep them away from the affair partner for as long as possible, and also keep a record of all of the time he hasn't been in contact with your children, times he has failed to call or visit as scheduled. Someone else replied to this saying, all very great advice. Also, pay really close attention to the kids when they come home from AP's place. You won't believe some of the things you might hear. Good luck, and please keep us updated. Someone else has left a comment saying, OP, just stop it. Some guys will screw rubber dolls with no head even. Don't tell yourself that that woman is better than you. All she was available. Someone replied to this saying, I keep looking at pictures and videos of her. She's very pretty. Very pretty. But yeah, she slept with a married man and posts TikToks consistently about her faith. And I know he's letting her know every conversation we have because, well, she posts TikToks with subliminal messages. Someone else replied to this saying, you should stop following her. This is not a good person. I completely agree. The religious TikToks are most likely because she feels guilty. She probably knows she's a sinner and she's using a mask of faith to try and absolve herself. Someone else left a chunky comment saying, adulterers/cheaters always affair down. Always. It doesn't matter what their looks are like or what their socioeconomic status is. They are always a downgrade. Why, you may ask? They lack integrity, character, and honor, just like your lying, deceitful, adulterous ex. Their relationship is built on a shaky foundation of shifting sands and lies, deceit and adultery. They can never fully trust each other after all. If he could commit adultery against you, he'll surely do it to her too. In her delusions, she's thinking she's special and is saving him from a terrible spouse and will change him into being a better person for her, who won't treat her the way he treated you. However, it's impossible for a leopard to change its spots. It might hide in the grass and weeds to disguise itself, but it will eventually reveal itself. Don't ever think you and your kids weren't enough. You and your children are far more than enough. He's the one who's not enough for you. He wasn't faithful enough, loyal enough, or loved you all enough to be faithful and loyal to you, his children, his marriage, his vows with you, and himself. He's the one who's not enough. They continue by saying, if you haven't consulted with a lawyer, do so as soon as possible. Do not let him take your children under any circumstances. Hang on to them with everything you have. During the divorce, behave with class. Never stoop to his level. Turn yourself into the one he let get away, and will end up regretting losing for the rest of his miserable life. Behave with grace and class, even when you want to beat the absolute crap out of both of them. His new girlfriend is also a scam. No self-respecting, decent religious person would ever go after a married person. She's a delusional home-wrecking hoe, plain and simple, chasing after married men, and no amount of religion will ever absolve her of her despicable behavior. It would be interesting to try and find what her history is. I bet this is a pattern for her. Chase after a married man, suck them into her bullshit, and use them up, and then spit them out when she's bled them dry. Also while moving on to another stupid, gullible married idiot. You are better than the both of them. I know you are hurting deeply, but you need to try and get through this. Get into therapy, preferably with an infidelity trauma specialist who will be able to help you better than your run-of-the-mill therapist. Most importantly, get an attorney/lawyer to help you through the child custody/support and divorce as soon as possible. You and your children deserve better. Protect your children and yourself. One last bit of advice: don't believe anything you read or see on social media. Most of it is lies, especially with couples whose relationships are born out of adultery. They're trying to make their relationship look normal and happy to the world, while behind closed doors, things are usually completely different. I completely agree. This comment is fantastic. They kind of hit all the bases. I completely agree. So, yeah, OP, don't beat yourself up about it. It's not your fault. It's your ex-partner's fault. The whole thing. Being gullible enough to be sucked into this circus. And at the end of the day, he'll realize he's the one on stage. So, what do you think OP should do? What would you do in OP's shoes? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Okay, we'll have to leave that there. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.